And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And he's had great protection back there to throw. Really been able to survey from the pocket.
That means the jersey stays clean, so the dry cleaning bill, that's reduced. It also means the trainer doesn't have to deal with him because he's not getting hit.
All pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So possession goes over here on the punt. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one too.
7 yards to pick up there.
The play action fake. They'll look to blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised him and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Philly.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Smith catches left side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They run it with James. And they work. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Elliott now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. Here's 2nd and 8. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Wilson, option right, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hands it off out of the gun. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
Let's go, get excited, let's go. There you go. It's a gain of 20. And the Eagles 1st down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way? When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards the pick up there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. He hits Rodgers in the flat. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. We got him. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right. Let's go.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the 1st half of play. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the Lions who were able to come away with the home victory. Paris Campbell, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And one final game to highlight. It's Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that 1st half for the Eagles. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even 1st half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here. Trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.